What's up, guys? Hbox here, and in case you thought the Nintendo drama against the Smash community couldn't get any worse, well, here we are once again, with a new low now through the Splatoon competitive community. It was posted today by at Slimy Quagsire. He said, so the Splatoon community, in support of the Smash community, has 30% of the top teams in this weekend's SPL NA Open with team names in support of Melee and Smash. So what does Nintendo America, Nintendo Versus do in response? They canceled the live stream for tomorrow's finals. I repeat, for the sole reason of having their team names in support of Melee and Smash with like hashtag save Smash, hashtag free Melee, because they can choose their team names, Nintendo canceled the live stream for the finals. This has nothing to do with Smash at all. It's simply the team names, and I believe this is incredibly petty. I mean, supremely petty. Like, it's one thing to not want to be part of the Smash community because of like the ties to it and all that, but now by doing this, they're making like a whole like bigger statement in and of itself. And if you look down here, Slime brings up another good point. Kind of funny they'll sever their own support that they love to parade around as something so fantastic just because the Splatoon community wanted to stand in solidarity with the other scenes that Nintendo outright harms. And he says free Melee, save Smash, and some screenshots here are incredibly telling. At everyone due to unexpected executional challenges, we had to forego a live stream for this tournament finals. And here, in case you wanted to see, are the names of the teams that are sort of part of this. We have Meleetation, you have some tweet here. You have Free Melee 221, Free Melee, hashtag Free Melee 227. And if you scroll down a little bit, Element Free Melee, etc., etc. So basically, standard team names that are a lot of them in support of this. So Slime moves on and it says, to be clear, this is Nintendo's call. None of any of the TOs or broadcasters they've enlisted for the weekend. This is damage control and an outright spit in the face of all their dedicated competitive scenes. But we ain't surprised, lol, hashtag Nintendo hates you, hashtag fuck Nintendo, hashtag free Melee. And of course, stop, harassing people because they're uninformed. Obviously, there was a lot of, this is a huge tweet that Slimy posted from the Splatoon community. But the fact that this actually happened, like, it was something that I had to do like a double take on myself, because it's just like it's like someone on their PR team is going like strictly out of their way to make the Smash community as upset as possible with Nintendo as they can in a time where things are already sensitive. Of course, Ludwig, very outspoken about this. He said, Nintendo revoked streaming rights to a Splatoon tournament because of team names that supported hashtag free Melee. Fucking embarrassing. LACS 3 will run the day until the day I die. Nintendo can suck at hashtag free Splatoon. So now it's nice to see that the Smash community and the Splatoon community, which have had events alongside one another, namely at events like Smash and Splash and others, they're supporting one another now. They're realizing, Splatoon was supposed to be for a while the grand sort of nest egg for Nintendo in the esports world. We remember a very famous trailer featuring the Nintendo Switch and all the new games coming out, and there was a very specific scene in which I think it was a 4-on-4 team. I'm sorry if it's 5-on-5. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong with the coach or whatever. But they were sitting down and playing each other in a big stadium arena, kind of like Evo, whatever you want to call it, and they were playing Splatoon competitively like an esport, right? So it was like Nintendo's way of like saying like, you know what, we got esports here, we got it covered, this is the new era, we're pushing all this. And the strangest part about it the whole time was the fact that, like straight up, Nintendo had an esport that could have been just absolutely massive. Not just in Splatoon, not in ARMS, but, in Smash. Like, Smash Bros., the namesake, like, not the fact, mention the fact that's one of the most played games in the entire world. Like, they had this golden opportunity to make it into an esport, and obviously, as we see now, they didn't. But this is the point. They're not just stopping there. And I know I'm probably sounding like a broken record at this point because of how many times I had to say this, but This right here, this Splatoon example, not letting a team play because they had hashtag free melee 227 in their title, isn't just them, making, saying like we want to distance ourselves from the Smash community, or we don't want them to use a mod of the game and all that. Having this is just downright censorship at this point, man. Like, we get that there's an argument, we understand, right? Why there's a reason Nintendo is uncomfortable with using something like Slippy, right? Which involves a soft modification of the game. We get that. We understand there's a legal stance to that argument. But this is pushing it to a whole new level. You're now suppressing the opinions and voices of people of your own fan base, of your own consumers who have purchased your products, who stand in solidarity with the Smash community. And it's annoying to the fact now that I have to make so many videos about this just to discuss a point to show why the hell is Nintendo doing this? What is being gained here? So, at this point, I was just fed up, right? At this point, I was super fed up, and I made my statement, right? And my statement was this. I said, I had to tell how it was, and I said, at Nintendo, the world is waiting on your response. Just say you publicly want nothing to do with competitive Smash, and let us continue our lives. In other words, let us keep having our tournaments. Let us use Slippy. Let us use the mods that we need. We're not going to involve you guys. Y'all don't have to involve us, this and that. We're tired of false hope, and I said we'd all rather know than continue a purgatory of feigned recognition in exchange for free advertising, which is basically what's been happening here from the previous videos. As you can see, Nintendo sort of sponsors events, slams their ads on Smash tournaments, and gives next to nothing in return, apart from their blessing and their like sort of words saying like, hey, we won't blacklist you. There's so many times previously in my career where I would have stayed quiet about this because, oh, I want to be part of Nintendo's events. I want to do this. I want to be invited to the next, Invitational. And to be fair, I was invited to Smash 4 Invitational, and it was a lovely time. And I did meet Sakurai, and I did meet Miyamoto, and I did meet Reggie, and I did have a great time in those events and promoting Smash in that sense. But it was all with the hope. It was all with the anticipation that this company would understand there's a reason we're giving you the brands that we've built organically on our own. There's a reason I wanted to fight Reggie on the stage, or the reason that you brought, the best Smash players in the world, to compete in your big Smash Ultimate tournament or compete in your big Smash 4 tournament. It's because the brands that are in the Smash community have been built over the course of years, of a decade, and they've accrued such incredible fan bases, not with the help of Nintendo, just with the help of having our own community grassroots tournaments that we made for ourselves. It was all organically built, right? And that was the idea. We were all hoping, if Nintendo is giving us this push now, if they're giving us this platform, maybe this is truly a start of a good relationship here. But today, my friends, this is probably the worst news possible I could have read it. And as Adelbeam61 put it, best just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. And, a lot of these responses right now are sort of saying, it's pretty clear. The answer is pretty clear right here. And you know what? Even if the answer is really, really clear, and even if the answer does continue to be what it is, it's just they could be so much better, One example I have of this is when I think, YouTube, for instance, right? YouTube over the past 2 years had to change a bunch of their policies, a bunch of their rules, a bunch of things that involved how to flag videos, and a bunch of things that involved revenue for creators. That a lot of things on YouTube changed, especially when it came down to flagging stuff and marking videos that weren't appropriate. There was one dispute, I believe, famously with Markiplier and I believe Moist Critical earlier this year, where one content creator was being punished while one wasn't. And YouTube, in response, they gave rarely, but they gave that time a well thought out, well written response, an apology, and a way to rectify what was clearly wrong. Here's the problem with Nintendo. In this case and in every case forward, especially with this Splatoon situation. In what way, in what universe is Nintendo not in the wrong here? They are now hurting viewership and hurting spectatorship for a completely different scene Just because people are showing support of a game they love, they're not saying, horrible like slurs or horribly controversial things in their team names, God forbid. No, they're saying save Smash, free Melee. They're saying it as a way to get Nintendo's attention. So clearly, clearly they did. Clearly they got Nintendo's attention. So maybe that point was accomplished. But maybe at the same time, this is also showing us the worst is yet to come still. Are they really going to distance themselves this farther from the Smash community to the point where any mention of it, any part of it, is suddenly just going to be like, slammed, under the carpet? Like, is that the approach they're going to take? You're going to tell me Nintendo thinks at any point when they have a direct, right, on Twitch or on YouTube, they don't think the chat is going to be flooded with free Melee, with free Splatoon, with save Smash. Do they not think that? Do they not think it's going to impact sales? Do they not think now if they run a Splatoon 3, or if they release Splatoon 3 at any point, or any future DLC for things, do they not think sales are going to be impacted in some way? Because when the people have a voice and they come collectively, especially in droves of social media like we are seeing here, when this sort of thing happens, it's just absolutely horrible. It's just absolutely horrible. And GR Smash put it here too. Nintendo not only provides zero support for the Melee scene, but they have actively blocked huge tournament circuits from Melee from companies like ESL and Red Bull, and of course now the new document that came out. This somehow just gets worse and worse. This is a new low. And this is Nintendo's call. Final thoughts on this. Is this rectifiable? Is this salvageable? Can Nintendo do anything beyond this point? I still think the answer is yes. Sit us down, get the community leaders together for Smash. Let's have an open and honest debate or discussion about this. Have some sort of closure on this. And if the answer is a pure no, a pure 100% from here on to the end of time no, then just fucking say it. I'm sorry. Just say it. I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting for this. It's been too long. I think we're all tired of waiting. All right? And the worst part is they all know we're still going to play Smash. They all know we're still going to have our tournaments because we've done it ourselves. But if this is the answer they give to all of that, I'm not going to lie. My faith has gone from a firework to a well-lit candle to a burning piss of an ember at the bottom of a pile of ash. I expected so much more from Nintendo. And here we are. 2020 will be over soon. And hopefully this will be too. Absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely shocking. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what we should do as a community, whether it's with us or Splatoon guys, to make this all better for ourselves. Because at this point, it looks like we're on our own. Thank you.